Good morning, everyone. Do I need a microphone?
No.
Good. I don't like standing behind there. It's great to see so many of you here this morning, and what a fitting piece of music and slides we saw just there, which I hope touched you as much as it touched me. But this venue for Worthing's first ever Mental Health Awareness Week is particularly important to me. This is the venue where, back in May 1990, was the funeral of my sister Nancy, who some of you may or may not remember, because it's quite a long time ago. But the reason for her funeral back then was because she was suffering from postnatal depression, which I have to say was quite a difficult time for the family following the birth of her fourth child. This is the only picture that I've got of my sister, her husband, who many of you will recognise as a previous wearer of this chain, Honorary Alderman Nick John, his four children there, and my sister. One of the reasons why I brought this picture along is because I think it is actually very fitting that we're here in this church and to launch this important Mental Awareness Week for me. But actually, I'd invite you during the week to perhaps come and actually have a look at this picture, because what this picture says to me is how my sister was suffering during the time that led up to her taking her life in May 1990. This picture was taken around about the middle of April 1990, so just a few short weeks before she took her own life in the most horrific of circumstances, which I'm not going to go into today, but some of you may well remember. That's the setting of the scene for me. My only real role today is obviously to thank you all for coming. It's great, to have our local MP here, who I know takes mental health issues very seriously, as Vice President of Worthing Narrow Mine, which I'm a trustee of, and of course Lisa for the Partnership Trust. And Inspector Malone from the police, who I know also, as a force, take mental health issues very seriously, along with Katie Vaughan, who sadly sent her apologies today as our Commissioner of Police. So it's really, really important to have such a high-level commitment from our community for this Worthing's first ever Mental Health Awareness Week. As Lisa rightly pointed out to me, it's important that we don't peak too soon. We have got a whole week of activities which you'll hear about later on from our various speakers. So we're not going to just peak today, but just thank you so much for being here. Thank you to my three charities for all they've done and their support they've given to me, and all the support you've given to me personally for what is actually quite a difficult time, but something that I really, really do need to do. I think I also need, just before I light the candle, I think I also just need to place on record that actually, for those that read the Herald, this was my brainchild. It really wasn't my brainchild. What Carol has done to get us here is quite unbelievable. So I think I've just asked you to just show your appreciation just by a round of applause. I can now invite our local MP, Tim Lawton, to say a few words. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Can I boom my voice as well rather than stand in front of the microphone? Mr. Mayor, Madam Mayoress, Herbie, ladies and gentlemen. That is a very difficult act to follow. And I really want to pay tribute to Bob's part in all of this. And I think this is a great initiative, the first Mental Health Awareness Week for Worthing. I think Bob has been a huge advocate of greater awareness and greater understanding and support for mental health, not least choosing three charities with connections with mental health for the Mayor's charities, and for championing today and speaking absolutely from the heart about his personal experiences. Many of us will have personal experiences of mental health. Many of us, including myself, have had relations who've had mental illness problems. Few probably have suffered them as tragically as Bob and his own family. I think it's very brave for him to talk in those terms and adds real passion and importance to what we are all here to do. Now, I've always been a big supporter of organisations involved with understanding and helping people with mental illness. I used to be the Shadow Minister for mental illness, and I was responsible for helping through the Mental Health Bill a few years ago, and I was chairman of the Parliamentary All-Party group on mental illness. And yes, there are MPs who have mental illness problems as well, as I'm glad we now know more about. The interesting thing about an event like this is that we are having it at all. 20 years or so ago, I don't think an event like this would have got off the ground. Worthing, we have a fantastic selection of organisations, many voluntary organisations, Mind, of which I'm a vice president, Headway, Alzheimer's Group, very strong branch here, Guildcare, many, many others. Some people have diabetes, some people have cancer, some people, like me, have a bit of arthritis, some people break their legs, some people have mental health problems. So let's just get started. Thank you.
And I know Bob has it. Begins with K. Commitment. See, the way Bob and I do it is unique. We don't give up. We have commitment with a capital K, capital letters, running right the way through. And I know Bob's absolutely committed to the cause of mental health and for everything that he's doing this year. So thank you, Bob. Got any words?
I think the first thing is probably just a few more thank yous for everyone who's helped bring so many of you here today. I have to say it's quite overwhelming to see so many familiar faces that's come along to support this. And a lot of that's down to Mel from Best in Worthing for putting that out on Facebook and Twitter and so on. Obviously Jean from supporting us at Mind, obviously the team from Guildcare, Colin from Alzheimer's, local councillors. You know, it's great to see so many of you here. But I think, to be honest, I think you've probably heard enough from all of us now, haven't you? So let's put the damn kettle on. Let's have a cup of tea. Thank you very much.
And there's a coffee, Savage coffee, yeah. It's there.